who are the biggest business losers in 2023? Before we get into 2024 conversation, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's recap 2023. Hit the like button and share.
Yeah, share with 5 friends. I was going to do 3, but let's go through 5. Number 1, Disney. Number 2, AMC. Number 3, Dollar General. Number 4, Chinese stocks, and number 5, Pfizer. I think Pfizer, man, a bunch of issues. They lost a patent on a bunch of drugs. When the healthcare space started to heat up and Eli Lilly caught fire, their stock has dropped almost 46% from those highs. So they have a lot of work to do. I think management needs to change. And if they don't, it's been a pick in Stock Club, and I told Stock Club maybe 4 months ago, this was going to happen. So we are entering like a load the boat scenario, if you will. But they need to get a better class of drugs. And I think they mismanaged the business a lot. Disney, we've talked about. I think they're going to stray away from that woke agenda in 2024. I saw 2 Disney movies this year. I was bored out of my mind with Xander when I saw them. And I think media as a whole is in trouble. I'm surprised Dollar General didn't do a lot better in 2023. But when you have that gap widening between the have and have-nots, usually when the market is in a downturn or the economy gets tighter, Dollar General usually does pretty well, but they didn't do well this time. And I think as a basket of companies, Chinese stocks are still getting hammered. And then with all the geopolitical threats that we have and the soft war that they're waging against us, they were the 4th loser of 2023. So I'm still not in favor of Disney until management is better, until the movie line is better. AMC, I told y'all what was going to happen. But Pfizer, they need to make some significant changes in 2024 to get back on my favorable list.
I'm with you on all of them, except Disney. Only because if we go by percentage,
okay,
they would, right. If we go by percentage, technically they don't qualify as one of the worst stocks. I think we can say that they had a bad year based on everything you said. And forward guidance, right? When we were talking about the leadership, and we spoke about this a few times about who now takes over for Iger, but you're starting to see them climb out of it. If you start to look at some of the deals that have been made, the new ESPN deal that's going to happen, NBA, there's some deals that are happening that are making sense. I agree with you in terms of the movies, but they're scaling back on those, right? If we look at percentage, if we look at percentage, they were down 4% from in last year. When you have companies like Moderna, Pfizer, Plug
that are dead, yeah, for real,
right? So I'm with you on all those, and we'll talk about the stock that I think that performed the worst, and I thought would do better inside of that Chinese stocks, Alibaba. When you put all Chinese stocks, I had Alibaba in there as well. So
yeah,
I'm with you on all those. But disclaimer, I have shares in Disney, so obviously I'm a believer in it. So I felt a little personally attacked there, Ian. Thank you.
Sorry. Well, if I'm on an attack mode, Mikey Peloton.
Shout out to Peloton.
Not the influencer players working out, but
no, he won't listen to us. But yeah,
so
Peloton would be in that category too, even with the TikTok deal. And did you see that announcement today? TikTok, they're trying to get $17 billion in ad money in 2024, which should be interesting. So that TikTok deal might be the first of many things that they're going to be coming out with on the platform.
That's encouraging. Well, at least, for Disney, I can say the level that they're at now is where they were at 2014, 2016, almost there in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a bad place to start to look to buy. I like that if it gets to 89 or 88, it wouldn't be bad. But I think media as a whole, American media, the margins are too thin, and it's too much content. Like media companies are starting to go through what rap went through. Like there's more people creating content than fans of it. So unless they make some incredible movies, and then we haven't even talked about the parks, I think they need to try and find a way to restructure the debt. But since inflation is here, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
But I think they need a better succession plan for the next 10 years.
I think that's the key. And this is the first time in I think maybe 8 years that they got passed as a studio for the highest grossing studio in Hollywood. I think Paramount might have passed it or Sony with the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer coming out. it was the first time that Disney actually took second place, which is like we always talk about. If you're not growing, then what are you doing?
Dying. Or borrowing money.
Borrowing money. Restructuring. No, restructuring.
You not having none of my shit today. Okay.
Positivity.
I'm gonna stay locked in.
Positivity.
2024.
Thank
Got
you.
For sure. Somebody said Jonathan Majors was the biggest loser.
He was on.
I'm not mad at it. That's the stock I was short. Man, they had my man in the R. Kelly interview.
Good Morning America today.
Hey,
I
pray none of us ever have to sit in that seat.
Did y'all see the interview? Did you watch it? They asked him about the Coretta Scott comment.
He got to quit using that.
Yeah.
What did he say?
You overusing that. Like
he said, he needed a woman to support him that's reminiscent of Coretta Scott, Michelle Obama, and obviously Black Twitter wasn't having it.
She be acting like Ike Turner putting it back in the truck though.
Well, she was out of a different ethnic background, so people weren't really feeling that. But he was saying he aspired to be those men, the Martin Luther Kings, the Barack Obamas. That's where he was aspiring to be with his career, and he needed a woman of that stature to understand that, to support him. And then we saw what happened, and then he got found guilty. And shout out to Megan Good, who is now his soulmate. So shout out to him.
Megan holding it down though,
but he did take an L in 23. Yeah,
that bad queen when he rebounds.
He had like 17 Army commercials. They stripped him right away. You're done.
That's tough.
And then Disney kicked him out too. Speaking of Disney,
hold your head,
hold
man.
your head, bro.
Hold your head. Hit the like button.
Creed 4
and share.
Man, imagine being on top of the world and losing everything. Like, and I know it's been a lot. We talked about the cat situation. Just be more careful. I told y'all last year, 2024 is going to be the year that a lot gets exposed. Be careful. Be careful. Don't put yourself in any situations that will cause you to lose everything. He worked his whole life to get here in one moment. But like Kat said, like if I give it to you, it can be taken away. Be mindful. Another reason why you artists and entertainers need to invest. It's another reason. I am begging you, deploy some of that capital into whether it's real estate, stocks. So in case anything like this happens and you fall from glory, you'll have at least a backup plan financially. So
yeah. Hold your hat.
Yep.
Where's Umar Johnson when you need him?
On Joe Budden's podcast. Umar, I've been texting you for like 5 months too. You and Alex Jones, when y'all coming on?
Alex Jones.
They're going to go see the Reptilians next week.
Shout out to Ish, man.
Yeah, 8-foot alien in Miami.
Hey,
that was crazy.
Yo, you see the Nephilim in Miami? Man, stop.
You got an 8-foot alien walking the streets of Miami, and you got the Alaska Airlines door blowing off mid-flight.
Boy,
we off to a start, man.
I would have passed out. I would have passed out. And I had no seatbelt on too.
Now you wish you was listening to the messages before the flight.
I told y'all about Boeing. Leave it alone.
Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
You thought that Ghana diet was bad, boy.
Everybody made it safe.
Set the club up.
That's most important.
Short United.
Boeing took a hit off of that. I mean, all jokes aside, right? Like that could have been tragic. Everybody made it safe. Somebody, I think a phone was lost. I think that was the worst thing that happened. But we saw what happened. I mean, this happened over the weekend. So today, when the market opened, we saw Boeing down 8% because they were ordered to land all the 737 MAX jets, which is, I mean, that affects the company. Who knows when they'll get back off the ground? But these are the type of things, right? Like it's something that's happening.
Pun, by the way, go ahead.
Yeah, something that just happens in the world. Now it affects the stock market, right? We're talking about Boeing, which 2 years ago had a similar issue, right? They lost 2 planes. They couldn't find them, couldn't recover them. These things happen continuously. Almost 10% in 20 minutes. So, I mean, unfortunate event. Hopefully, again, everybody was safe and we have no more incidents like this because I don't know. I would have passed out. It would have been horrific.
Yeah, it would have been over with for me.
It would have been horrific. Yeah.
I would have been screaming like DC Young Fly. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My Lord.
That camera phone, they was too calm. Too calm.
Shout out to Apple for getting allowed that the phone survived 16,000 feet fall.
That was ill.
How about y'all make a better phone?
And the screen didn't crack.
Come on. Come on.
16,000 feet.
Propaganda. Edward Bernays. Shout out to the PR team.
Yeah, for sure.
Bowen I would not touch though until let's give some value. Probably like $125 if it ever got back down there. It
Would you
hasn't
ever,
recovered from that drop in 2019.
would you ever touch it though? I know you had that theory where you don't
No,
invest in anything with
never.
motors. Right.
Never ever.
Motors and engines are out the question.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it would have been a massacre if it was a.
Oh yeah, it'd been a 50% fall.
No,
Easily.
if it was a if that plane was like going to like New Orleans or Ghana, if it was like black people on the plane, it would have been a massacre.
Yeah. It would have been a lot different.
At least 30 people would have died.
Just from
Well, because everybody would have got up and ran to the back. I'm surprised that nobody got up. Like
The swag surfing in the back.
I think
I
what-
definitely would have stayed put. I swear to God, like
what black person do you know a plane door flies off and you're just going to sit still? No, you taking your seatbelt off and you're going to try to run to the back. It's going to happen. Somebody's
all
going to
that
run
with
to
the
the back.
mask on first. That would have went right out the window. I want to see stars on the roof of my car, not in the plane.
No,
That's
that
not
was
the vibe I'm going for. That's a different kind of experience, yo.
yo, swag surfing is wild. Nah,
Boy.
we would them oxygen masks. We wouldn't know trying to help people. It would have been bad. It would have been bad. Like, what do I do? Yeah, that's that exit row seating, man. Yo, be careful. Be careful.
I'm glad that everyone made it, but a lot of the companies, listen, get the maintenance thing in order, build better quality.
Yeah. Yeah, but they took it obviously affects the company. We were just talking about them coming back early December when we talked about Saudi Arabia ordering 89 of their jets. And then you get news like this, man. It's tough. Yeah, stay away.
Yeah, some sectors traditionally have always had troubles. Airlines have always been chaotic. Margins are tough. If you buy them like at all-time lows, you have a shot. But there's other companies you can buy that you can get better return off of easily. Automotive and airlines, I've always hated. Even if you go to like Druckenmiller, Buffett, they traditionally have not liked them either. So it's not just my personal opinion. I would stay away for sure.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Whole clip going up. I know they can't stand it.